Located on peninsular West Malaysia, Ipoh is about 3 hours by train north of the capital of Kuala Lumpur. We stayed on the east side of town in a high-rise apartment. A medium-sized city and the hometown of actress Michelle Yeoh, Ipoh is a mix of old and new buildings. And the sunrise over the eastern mountains is pretty amazing. Just a couple blocks away, Gerbang Malam is a wonderful street for restaurants and especially bakeries. All along both sides of the street, sweet and savory pastries abound. Most of the streets around us had these covered walkways along the side, perfect for weather that can go from sunny to rainy in an instant. Not all were in great repair, but many were wonderfully colorful. This architecture is common in what's called New Town, lying east of the Kinta River. Founded in 1908 by wealthy miner Yao Tet Shin, New Town was built to accommodate the growth of the Kinta Valley tin mining boom. The boom turned to bust in the later 20th century, and many parts of Ipoh never recovered. New Town also has a mosque that dates back to 1898. And Mural Arts Lane has some pretty impressive street art. The north side of New Town is home to a Japanese garden. A new addition to the city in the 1990s. The garden is small, but beautiful and relaxing. The lake, with a decorated island at its center, is home to schools of fish, many turtles, and whatever this little guy is. A mini crocodile? We had no idea. South of the garden, along the Kinta River, is where the Kinta Riverwalk begins. Though most everything was closed when we were there, except this coffee shop. Continuing farther downstream along the Kinta, toward the high-rises of the central business district, you get to Old Town, between the river and the train station. The rail line came to Ipoh in 1894 to support the Kinta Valley tin boom. This station was completed in 1917 with a blend of British and Muslim architecture. But, like many places in Ipoh, upkeep has suffered a bit. Ipoh became a town in the 1880s, growing with the Kinta Valley tin mining industry. What's now Old Town was built after an 1892 fire destroyed half of the town. Though lots of buildings have not yet recovered from the late 20th century tin bust, many have been beautifully restored, adding a quirky character to the town. One of the quirkiest spots in Old Town is Concubine Lane, or Second Wife Lane. Once a street of questionable repute, It's now a kitschy tourist zone, generally selling overpriced local dishes and souvenirs, though there are some exceptions, like this cafe and this fantastic tea shop. Avic picked up this awesome little teacup. Though the last Kinta Valley tin mine closed in the 1980s, mining is still part of Ipoh's DNA and legacy. Unfortunately, we were unable to schedule a visit to the mining museum, but serendipity led us next door. Once the Ipoh home of Dr. Ho Kai Cheong, this late 19th century house is now a museum, beautifully restored, but showing its age. The story of Dr. Ho, educated in Chinese herbal medicine, began in earnest during the World War II Japanese occupation of Ipoh. He invented an herbal formula that was prepared in the family kitchen to aid the residents of his town who couldn't afford Western treatments, naming it Ho Yan Hor, Cantonese for providing goodness to everyone. After the war, he sold his tea to Chinese tin miners, initially in the Kinta Valley. Creating all his own marketing materials, he expanded up and down the Malay Peninsula. After 1980, the family-run Ho Yan Hor Company expanded into the Hovid Pharmaceutical Corporation, now worth over $300 million. A real Ipoh success story. If you enjoyed this journey, click like and subscribe so you don't miss our future episodes.